Welcome back, and next we have Connell, our lymphologist, who's back with us today to talk about fighting inflammation. So Sean, welcome back.
Thank you.
And inflammation, so how is inflammation caused in the first place?
Well, the inflammation actually comes from our bloodstream, because our bloodstream is 91% water. So when we break the laws mentally, nutritionally or physically, it's going to cause more inflammation in the body. So this is why stress is the biggest killer. So when we stress, it opens up the capillaries of the pores of the capillaries, and too much of the water comes out. So if there's too much there, sometimes the lymphatic system can't remove that inflammation. So we need to help the lymphatic system to actually remove that excess fluid out of the area around the cells. So that's where a lymphologist and lymphatic drainage massage can come in handy, because we will activate that lymphatic system using the only 4 ways to activate it and move that inflammation out of the area. Then the oxygen and nutrition can get back into that area, and the cells can start to regenerate and heal. And then the white blood cells, the immune system can work, and the body can regenerate and heal itself.
Right. And so when you say it and what it does to our body, what does it do to our body?
Technically, inflammation's causing lack of oxygen. So without oxygen, we don't live very long. So luckily, we have up to 100 trillion cells in our body. So there's inflammation around that area. They'll start to break down and degenerate. So the sooner we can remove that inflammation out of there, those cells can start to regenerate and work the way they're supposed to.
So what other contributors would you say there are towards inflammation within us that can deplete our oxygen supplies?
Okay. So mentally, stress is the biggest killer. Getting angry. If you have an argument with someone, you're tired after that burst, because you've created inflammation in your body and it's created lack of oxygen, and then you're tired. Eating and drinking the wrong things. So everything in moderation, so not too much coffee or alcohol or processed foods. Go natural as much as possible. Improper exercise will cause lactic acid in the body as well. All those things will cause inflammation, and if the lymphatic system's not removing that, it'll start to degenerate and cause the body to break down.
So when you talk about the generalisation, do you have a particular example of a situation where someone's been affected with the lymphatic system with the inflammation?
Yeah, well, inflammation's the cause of every problem out there. So without oxygen, we don't live very long. So oxygen is the key. And if there's inflammation in that part of the body, no oxygen's getting there. So it's going to degenerate, break down and die. So we need to remove that inflammation. The only way is through the lymphatic system, and that'll create more energy and more oxygen in that area. We have a lot of people who have lymphedema, which is just the body's just blowing up, just with inflammation. So we naturally just activate the lymphatic system and greatly reduce that, and then allow more oxygen to get back into that area, and then the body can start to regenerate and heal itself, and they lose a lot of weight, because over 50 kilos you can hold of just inflammation in the body.
Is that true for anybody who has that sort of swelling in their body, or are there just certain situations where it...
Yeah, if anything goes wrong in the body, all that's happening is there's inflammation in that area, and the lymphatic system's not working in that area. So once you activate the lymphatic system in that area, you're going to get more oxygen, more nutrition in there, and the cells in the body can start to regenerate and heal itself. So what's causing the lymphedema and the inflammation in the body is we have blood proteins in our bloodstream. And now their goal is to keep the water in the bloodstream. But as I said before, when we break the laws mentally, nutritionally or physically, these proteins come out much more than they should, and they pull a lot of that inflammation, the water, out of the bloodstream. And that's what's causing the inflammation in the body. So the only way to remove that inflammation is by activating the lymphatic system, removing those blood proteins back to the bloodstream, keeping the water in the bloodstream.
And then when you're saying those four systems, also the technology that you've mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that technology sort of widely available?
Not many people know about it. It's not that widely. There's some doctors around the world using it, but it's very unknown.
Well, and how would you say, what would your best advice for our viewers be around fighting inflammation?
Well, the number one thing we have to do is activate the lymphatic system. As we said before, there's 4 ways to activate the lymphatic system: deep breathing, bouncing, stroking, energy. You're required to get 30 minutes of aerobic exercise every day. Walking, do your deep breathing while you're walking, or if you're with someone, you're talking. So you're doing the breathing naturally by just talking. So don't be the one that's just not talking, talk as well. So obviously see professionals out there, they're the experts in the field, so they'll do that. But at home, you've got your deep breathing, bouncing, stroking, energy. You can do all these things at home to help activate that lymphatic system. But professionals out there have technology now that's way out of this world that really, really activates the lymphatic system, move a lot of that inflammation. You're going to drop a lot of weight, you're going to have more energy, your body's going to work the way it's supposed to, it's going to regenerate, you're going to get younger, you're going to feel really, really good.
Thank you so much for that, Sean. And for more information on Sean Connell and fighting inflammation, then please go to his webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au, and we'll say bye for now and see you next week.